Let no man deceive you by any means. 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 Let no man deceive you by any means.
Good morning, welcome to my gospel journey. It's been a long time since I've been on video, isn't it? A very long time. The reason being my cradle, I couldn't have fixed my cradle properly to my new car, and I really wanted to show the scenery today, but unfortunately my cradle isn't working very well either, although I've got it to actually stand up for the time being. But I just need to rearrange it, so hopefully I'll get that sorted out so you can see the beautiful scenery that we can see in this wonderful dome that we are in. I've seen some amazing things on my journeys. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I just want to say, first of all, thank you to those listening in to my radio station at Classic R&B Jams. My show is now number 4. So I'm really pleased about that. In fact, I'm over the moon about it. Really, really pleased. If you do know me, I want to say thank you first of all for tuning in and getting the show to number 4 in the global Christian charts. Yes, global. And you know what I think it is? I don't play around with words. I don't tickle ears. I just say it as it is. I'm not gonna. I listen to some stations and some nice music, but I like my rap. I like my trap. I like my R&B. I like my soul. I like real meaning gospel music. Not saying that they're not putting on real meaning gospel music, but I have to be real with my station. Struggle Jennings, I think, is absolutely fantastic. I love his music. In God We Trust is a great track. But anyway, I don't want to really go on about his, but but it is good. It is a good track. And Brian T, I think he's great as well. I love his music. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing this video is basically a knee-jerk video in response to a guy. I believe his name is Tyler. I didn't actually know that until I watched another guy that was basically criticizing his channel. I can see why. I've put my comments on there a few times and he's totally ignored what I've said, but that's fine. I expect that. One, I've not got a collar on, and 2, I'm a woman. So, and there could be other things as well, who knows, but I'm down there as DJ Jax, so maybe that's the reason why he doesn't want to respond. But you know what? He is sending his followers astray. He talks a good talk and all the rest of it, and I've put quite a few comments on other videos that he's done, and one may ask, why am I actually watching him? Well, I'm not actually watching him as such, but when his video comes up on my feed, I think, hey, I think I am still subscribed to him. Actually, I thought I did unsubscribe, but I'm kind of glad that I saw this video now. He was referring to 2 Thessalonians 2, where he is talking about do not be led astray, which I thought is interesting. And then it goes on. I will put the link up, as you know I always do. Do not be led astray, and it's talking about the great day of the Lord in the previous paragraph. This is why it is always really important to look at previous verses and verses afterwards, which I tend to do. Then you get a real context of the conversation. The reason why I'm saying that is this. He said, we're talking about the tribulation. He says, do not be deceived, or something like that. For that day will not come. And then he said, that day being a tribulation. Oh, Lord. And you know what? He's actually referring to 2 Thessalonians 2:3, I believe it is. And he says, do not be led astray, or something like that. For that day, the tribulation, will not come until there is a falling away. I'm sorry.
That tonight, and I'm going to offer you guys my view, my perspective, and if, of course, it's based on the Bible. And so we're just going to walk all through that tonight, and I hope you'll find it really interesting and really encouraging. So here's the scripture, 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. And by the way, that day shall not come is referring to the tribulation period. For that day shall not come. And by the way, that day shall not come is referring to the tribulation period. For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away, that is the Greek word apostasia, first.
I'm sorry. It is not the tribulation. If you go to Strong's Concordance, it says nothing about it being a tribulation. And this is what I mean about people. He's so hung up on this 7-year tribulation, which there isn't one. It's only 3.5 years of, a great tribulation, which I do believe we are actually in. And I think it's very sad because he's got a lot of followers, and I think that it's like a sauna in here today. And I think that, he's leading all those followers astray. And the Bible's very clear that if you lead even one sheep astray, even one, it says very clearly, you're better off tying a millstone around your neck and throw yourself in the deep depths of the sea rather than send one little sheep astray. Which is why I always refer back to the word. I always do, because I don't want to be cast into the lake of fire for leading people astray. So this is why people like myself, when they see these channels, we do make a little comment on it. And I've had all sorts of comments on mine, and I remember one video, I was talking about make sure that you repent, and this guy following me all the time put a great big long list about, it was pathetic. And I thought, who are you? But I've blocked him now. No doubt he'll try and find me again and put something else pathetic on. And there are lots of sheeps wolves in sheep's clothing, lots of them. And I remember seeing a video saying that there will be lots of people leading people astray, and that's what's happening at the moment. And I think, in all honesty, Tyler needs to go back to the word. I think that he's got a great following, and he needs to be really careful about what he's saying to people. Sorry, Tyler, but it's true. That you will see that he has got it wrong. I think it's called Generation 4343 or something like that. So please, if you are following him, you need to be really careful, because I think there's some things that he is quite good at, which is about the Jubilees and all the rest of it. Although I'm not really convinced about the Jubilees myself, because I think it takes a lot of understanding, and I like to keep things really simple, because you could lose people. They're talking about the Shemitah cycle, and they're talking about how many Jubilees there must be and all this sort of stuff, and it sounds great, but it's not, to me, it's not plain English enough. So Tyler, I've done this video basically for you, because you've ignored all my comments, and I think the Bible does say something about if you we are to tell people, and if they don't, then we have to basically put it on social media, which is what I am doing. So the Bible didn't actually say put it on social media, but I can't remember the scripture now, but I know it does say that after several times of telling someone, then you must publicly do it, or something like that, or words to that effect. And this is what I'm doing, because he's leading people astray. So have a good day, folks, and stay blessed. I'm going to listen to the rest of it now and see what else nudges my spirit. Take care.